Hello and welcome back to the Watford Way. Today we are previewing Newcastle United versus Watford, a relegation six-pointer. Brendan, obviously it's a massive game, but before we start to talk about the game, firstly, how are you? Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, thanks for having me again, James. I'm doing well. Well, we're in a new year, of course. I
Yes,
think I'm.
Happy New Year, Brendan.
Yeah, we can say it. We can say it. Happy New Year to all you guys. Because I think I'm not was on the channel since the last um, Christmas special. Of course, I hope you guys see it, enjoy it. If not, just get a look at that one. But yeah, I'm doing well, and I know you're doing well. So yeah, let's get on with it, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a big game, Brendan. The next week actually is massive, in terms of Watford season, and whether we stay in the Premier League or not. We've got Newcastle on Saturday, Brendan. Then we've got Burnley on Tuesday, and then next Friday we've got Norwich at home. So big week ahead. We'll talk about them fixtures quickly, Brendan, before we dig into Newcastle. Obviously, they're very, very crucial fixtures for Watford. Is it make or break now in Watford's season, Brendan? How many points against Newcastle, Burnley, and Norwich do you really want to pick up? And if we lose all three games, is that the end for Claudio Ranieri at Watford?
Well, how many points I want to get is 12, much as possible, of course. To be realistic, we have to not lose one of those games. That's just what we have to do. Of course, we have to win, but if we can get a draw somewhere out where we're not the better team or better side at that time, take a draw, take a point. That will be all right as well to not lose 3 points against a relegation rival. Nobody was expected in this season that we play Newcastle for a relegation. People were expected us, were expected Norwich, were expected Brighton maybe. But looking forward to those three games, well, 12 points will be lovely. But let's go for cap 7 out of 3. Will give us some space. And going to your question, will Ranieri go out after 3 lost? Well, to be honest, I think our Watford family works like that. Our owner, we all knew, he will get him out of the club if he lost 3 times in a row against relegation rivals. You can lose against Leicester. You can lose against West Ham because they're coming in a good shape in the last weeks, as we saw against us. But lost 3 times, yeah, that will be wait more than a loss against West Ham or Leicester, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very difficult, Brendan. I'm probably gonna kind of go with what you've said. I obviously want to win every game. Will that be possible? I don't think so. Hopefully, we can beat Newcastle, which I think will be very, very difficult. I think Burnley will be very, very difficult. Norwich probably the easiest of the three games coming up, but as you say, Brendan, it's very, very difficult. And if we can get 7 points in that run, I would be happy with that. Ideally, I'd like to get all the points possible, but yeah, ideally, I'd like 7 points or more. Patrick says, I want to say something to see how you both pick this up. 5 points is better than 6 in our next 3. So Patrick's basically saying, Brendan, he's predicting we're going to win 1 game and draw 2 rather than winning 2 and losing 1. So different perspective there from Patrick. We'll have to wait and see how it pans out, of course. Brendan, this is a Newcastle preview. We have to talk about Newcastle. And obviously they've been taken over by very, very, very rich owners.
Money.
Must be funny. Bit of alpha there from Brendan. But yeah, they've obviously been taken over by very, very rich owners. They've made 1 signing so far, Kieran Trippier. It looks like they're going to make. I can't stop laughing at that now, Brendan. You've made me laugh. They've obviously brought in Kieran Trippier, Brendan. They're looking to finalise the signing of Chris Wood. It looks like he might play against us on Saturday as well. Callum Wilson's out injured. They needed a striker. They brought in Chris Wood from Burnley for around £25 million. Are you concerned going into the game, Brendan, or are you still quite confident? Do you think we've got the players to beat Newcastle? Or with these new signings, are you losing your confidence every day before the game?
You know what? I'm a bit of confidence because Newcastle in the last recent games, they're not showing off what they can do. This all season, they're not can show them us the football they have into their squad, because we have not to forget they've got Saint-Maximin that's still there. They have a lovely squad if you look overall. Trippier is there as now. Yeah, he was okay at Atletico Madrid, of course. He done well at Atletico Madrid, but he have to find his way back to England. That's the football for him and not the Spanish football. About Chris Wood, yeah, what we have to say about that. I don't know if he will be the man for Newcastle, of course. 30 years old, so it's already have a bit of age there.
It's a strange deal, Brendan. I don't quite
understand I'm not understanding it. If you have that amount of money, there have to be a younger player, maybe in the Championship, or maybe probably can reach the level of the bottom of the Premier League. He can reach his top there, scoring goals instead of Chris Wood. That gets his age high, and but yeah, looking to Newcastle. Look to the game against Cambridge. What they doing there, isn't it? It's the team have to form itself. Players coming in now.
They played a lot of. They put a full strength team out, didn't they? They didn't play any academy players. It was a full. It was a full strength Newcastle team.
Yeah. So what they have to do is, in Newcastle perspective, they have to form a good team, because it's now just individuals. Saint-Maximin is there. You get Trippier there as a good right back or left back. But I think we can get points there. It's just giving me the hope that Cambridge won there. They're not in good form. They missed their striker, as you said. So I think in the mind of Newcastle, they are a lot of more pressure than us. They have to win this to get back there after that signing. So, if you're a fan of Newcastle, you're smashing with money like that.
Money.
You have to win games like against us. The pressure is that high in Newcastle, at the club, at what is the stadium called? I forgot.
St James's Park.
Yeah, and St James's Park.
I thought you'd know that, Brendan.
Yeah, I forgot it. But
you're drinking too much alcohol. It's fine.
Yeah, but St James's Park, all the people going there, they want to see Newcastle beat us. They are, as I said before, have a lot of more pressure than Watford. So I reckon we can win there.
Yeah, I reckon we can, Brendan. The only thing I'd throw back at you is that they are under so much pressure. They brought in these new signings. They have to win the game. Watford obviously have to win the game as well, but we are above Newcastle currently in the table. So as you say, there is a little bit less pressure on Watford, albeit there is still quite a lot of pressure on Watford. I just think that the fans. I think the atmosphere in the stadium at St James's Park will be really, really good, and I think that will
be fuming.
Might be the saying in football, Brendan, the fans, the 12th man. I think that might be the case with Newcastle on Saturday. I think the fans might push them over the line. Unfortunately for Watford, And there's so much pressure on both teams. They might cancel each other out. It might end in a draw. They might both go through. It might end 5-5. We don't know what's going to happen. From a Watford perspective, Brendan, who would you like to see play? I know Ben Foster has recently come back to training. Is that something you'd maybe look to change?
Ooh.
Daniel Batman's not really had a great time. Don't know if you agree with that, but in my opinion, he could have done better in the last few weeks, Daniel Batman. So is the goalkeeper situation something you'd look to potentially change for the Newcastle game on Saturday?
Yeah, that's good you mentioning that, because I think Bachmann had some great saves, of course, in what was it, the West Ham game. He did very well in that West Ham game, even we lost 4-1, but he did very well there. And then you saw the Leicester game. He was a bit, nervous. Looks like nervous, but I don't know what the status is of Ben Foster and his injury. Of course, if he's fit to play, he's my number one for this season. Looking to our defenders, we have some new signings there. We have some new centre backs. That's looking lovely, isn't it? Well, Trost-Ekong is not there. So for those...
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Brendan, hold on a second. Trost-Ekong, shout out to him, because he kept a clean sheet against Egypt, against Mohamed Salah.
Yeah, it is. But
Maduka Okoye as well, of course, Brendan.
Yeah. But to the people who are afraid he's not playing. So for the haters of Trost-Ekong, he's not playing. So that's what you have to know. But yeah, as you said, they're playing Mo Salah last night?
Last night.
We saw that Maduka Okoye versus Mo Salah, it's 1-0 for Maduka Okoye. So if we next season in the Premier League and Maduka will our number one, Salah will not pass him. I promise you. But yeah, let's get some new signings on there. Camara looks a good one for us.
Yeah, he looks fantastic.
Yeah, so in the defending we have to change something, because Camara will be there, and it looks like Cabasela will be back one day. Is it not the Newcastle game? It will be maybe the Norwich City game or the Burnley game. And if you look to the forward, start Pedro. Look at him. Look at his goal against...
Well, yeah, VJ said that if Pedro doesn't start, there's something wrong. I mean, he scored a fantastic goal against Leicester, Pedro, didn't he? One of the best players on the pitch against Leicester, Pedro. And I think Brendan, he does need to be starting, every game now. I think that Pedro definitely has the talent to do that.
But James, look at this his individual football. He's done so well against West Ham United, starting from your own half, bringing in and get a chance on goal, get a shot on goal. He's the Brazilian we all like. I think he's one of the best we have with Ismail Assar.
Is there like a Brazilian player you'd compare him to, like a Neymar perhaps? Or
no.
I think he's quite different to a Neymar actually. I think he's a lot taller, but he's so good at dribbling, Brendan, isn't he? I mean, it was such a shame the referees pulled it back instead of playing the advantage, because he would have gone and scored a fantastic goal.
I was like, why is blow the whistle? You have to go on. And at home it was like smashing on the table. Come on, ref. And to be honest, it's you cannot compare him with Neymar, because Neymar it's very different. Neymar's down the wing and sometimes dribbling into the center of the field. And but Pedro, he starts at his own half, playing up 2-3 players, coming in front of the goal. Win some free kicks and things like that, scoring goals. So he's a winger, perfect Brazilian winger. I like his style of football. Left, right footed, doesn't matter for him. So Pedro have to start, and it's lovely. We still have Emmanuel Dennis and Joshua King there. So, the team will be there, but I'm not worried about our strikers. I'm worried about our defense, because if you look to our games, we're scoring. We just score 1 goal or 2 goals. If you not concede 4, We can win those games. Football is the easiest game on earth, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's so frustrating the fact we can't keep a clean sheet. I mean, Kong's now managed to keep a clean sheet with Nigeria. Watford still can't keep a clean sheet. Hopefully, Brendan Kong keeping a clean sheet for Nigeria is a good omen for Watford going into this week ahead. Obviously, we brought in Samir from Udinese. He's the new centre back. Brendan, you've mentioned Hassan. Kamara as well. We've got Edu Kayembe. We've not mentioned him, Brendan, like a new defensive midfielder. Don't know a lot about him at all. Will he play on Saturday? I've got no idea. I don't know how good he is. But we'll have to wait and see on that one as well. We'll take a look at a few of your comments as well. So Ranieri out. I don't think Ranieri out just yet. But if we lose these next 3 games, is there a discussion to be had there potentially?
Well, James,
yes, Brendan.
Last time we talked about a manager who have to be going out. It was Siskia Munoz, and after that video, I think Watford was winning 5 games in a row or something like that. We're going up, so Ranieri out, no. But we're talking about it now, so probably we have to win 3 games in a row.
Maybe. I do remember doing that video, Brandon. I do remember that. VJ says he thinks they'll give Ranieri the next 3 games. I absolutely agree. Adam says I want Watford to play. He wants Watford to change formation, Brendan, to a 5-2-3. Have Pedro up top with King and Dennis on the wings. And Adam says, I would only like to see Pedro start as striker. His tracking back is poor. I actually think defensively, Pedro, I think he works hard, actually. I have to disagree with you there, Adam. I think Pedro, when I've watched him in the ground myself, I think he does work hard defensively. So whether he starts on the wing, up front, or in midfield, I don't really mind.
Well, sometimes it's a bit like the Deulofeu we've got. Deulofeu sometimes not running back if he lost the ball. Pedro have it, but he's more working. He's more come from the. If he lost the ball, he's going around, trying to find it back and try to defend. So if you compare those 2 players, Deulofeu and Pedro, Deulofeu is way more in a striker position, like not running after the ball if he lost it, and Pedro is more running after the ball if he lost it. So I'm not totally disagree with you, but you have a point there. You always can defend more as a striker or forward player. That's true.
Well, I think Ronaldo gets criticised quite a lot for not putting in the effort, for not pressuring the back line as much as he should. But he's Ronaldo. He's there to score goals. So
James, that's in the mind of all forward players. Forward players want to score, want to create. They are not minded like defenders. So
I think when Deeney was at Watford, because Deeney's a very tall, strong guy.
Tall and strong.
He would come back and defend. But I think with Pedro, it's a whole different.
But you have to tell a striker what is your plan, what is your game plan. If he needs to come back to defend, if he needs to defend, you have to talk to him to tell him as a manager. A striker will not do that from himself. I don't believe that.
Brendan, we are coming towards the end of the stream now. So we'll have a final word on the game. And of course, I'll take your score prediction for the game, Brendan. So firstly, Brendan, your score prediction. I mean, I'm obviously hoping for a Watford win. I can see it very, very easily ending in maybe a 0-0 draw or 1-1 draw. How do you see the game panning out, Brendan? And what is your score prediction? Hopefully, you'll be predicting a very, very comfortable Watford win.
Comfortable, it will be not. It will be not comfortable, mate. Well, I think it will be like a game like you said, maybe a 0-0 or something like that. But I'm going for Watford win, 85 minute, goal scorer, Emmanuel Dennis, and he would take his Nigerian flag and celebrate the goal. Yeah, I think a 1-0 win to Watford. I think we take it. We take it there. We take it from St James's Park. We take 3 points back to Vicarage Road. I hope the away end will be giving much power to the guys.
Well, the away end's very, very high up, Brendan.
Yeah, but we can do. Come on, we are the poor Watford. We can do.
Yeah.
No, but yeah. Let's say a 1-0. Well, it will be a late goal. Will be Dennis, will be Petro. I don't know, but I think it will be a very difficult game. Not a lot of chances, as you said. Yeah, it will be difficult for both teams. But it will not be lovely to watch. But the last 10 minutes, I promise you, 1 goal, you will be celebrating a goal of Watford. What about you, James?
I agree with you, Brendan. I think it's going to be a very, very tight affair. Who's going to win at Newcastle, Watford? I think it's just going to go down to who has that bit of individual brilliance. Pedro, Dennis, Josh King. They've got St Maximin, Trippier, Chris Wood. Both teams have very, very equal squads in terms of quality. I don't think Watford's squad is far superior than Newcastle. So I agree with you, Brendan. I think it's going to end 1-0 to Watford. I'll go with Dennis to score. Nigerian flag out to annoy all the Nigerian fans who have been commenting. Have you seen this, Brendan? Throughout the whole of this week, angry Nigerian fans.
Yeah, I saw some when he was training, wasn't it?
yeah, very, very angry. I think that'll be quite funny, Brendan. Of course, you run the Watford FC Netherlands supporters group. I just sent you your program recently that you featured in. Of course, you was in the Tottenham program.
Yeah.
That was talking about your visit for Manchester United. Do you want to talk a little bit about your group quickly?
Yeah, I'm trying to get most of people in the Netherlands that's supporting Watford into a group chat, and into last season when the lockdown was quite going down in Britain. We have sent some people over to. I was in the Manchester United game, at the Manchester United game. We sent some people over to the West Ham game. There will be some people on the away end probably at Anfield, so that will be lovely. There will be some people at the Rookery end probably against Arsenal from our group. So we send those people to Vicarage Road, support the Hornets, get a win there. Let them feel the love of Watford, the family club.
Good to hear, Brendan. Thank you very much.
Wait, James, it's today, the Graham Taylor. So we have to say there's only one Graham Taylor, guys.
Well done, Brendan. Thank you. I actually, very annoyingly nearly forgot about that. So thank you, Brendan, for bringing that up. And actually, they did release, some information today. The club saying, make sure you bring your scarf for the Norwich home game. So before kickoff, you can raise your scarf. If you're in the Rookery end, Graham Taylor stand, Elton John stand, family stand, raise your scarf in memory of Graham Taylor. So thank you very much for that, Brendan. And thank you very much for watching as well. We really do appreciate it. And please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video and please comment below your score predictions for the game. I'll be back on Saturday to do a live watch along for the game. Unfortunately, Brendan, it looks like can't be here for that, but hopefully Finn will be joining me for that. So that should be very, very fun. And tomorrow I'm off to Vicarage Road to watch the FA Youth Cup, Watford under 18s versus Chelsea under 18s. So very much looking forward to that tomorrow at Vicarage Road in the evening. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you for another stream or video very, very soon. Bye-bye.